Hey everybody, welcome to the Infinite Regression. Esta es una regresión de infinito. Anyway, I just want to do a thing because I started this on my other computer, and we're getting ready to have a break pretty soon, and I've been really enjoying this, and so yeah, doing an island in Minecraft. So this is an entirely new one. I know I did one episode of this on a different one. This is even a different seed, as you can see. I don't even have a tree on this island. So I'm gonna have to swim. Luckily, there are trees to next island over. Oh God, get back. Oh, but there's grass on my island, so I might be able to get a faster start, quite honestly. That might be really nice. Oh, there's multiple islands nearby. Wait, what? Is there stuff on that island? Anyway, we gonna find out. I just chose, I literally just Googled, how can I have new recipes unlocked? That I'm in water? I don't have any trees. Ooh, I can select just the birchen timbers if I want. I could keep oaken timbers on one island and birchen timbers onto other if I wanted. I suppose. I like my spawn island. It seems bigger. Like that. Like one tree onto other island over there. Anyway, do. Yeah, return trip. Oh God, drown! Don't come at me yet. I just started playing. You can hang on a freaking minute before you get your taste of man flesh. Come on. It don't always gotta be like that.
Lots of trees.
Yeah.
Pines. Ooh, and a cave.
Yeah, and a little cave. Yeah, alright. Well, that's just a little... Anyway. Alright, I'm gonna take all these trees. Thank you very much. And then I'm gonna take them back to my other island, and I'm gonna start leveling it off, because that's how we do level off the island. And I'm going to leave this island barren and deserted. Moo-hoo-hoo-ha-ha-ha. Just kidding. I will, of course, I will leave my oaken timbers here. I will plant all of my oaken saplings on this island. So I've been looking up how to, because I started another island world. I'd never really played an island before. Before now, if I ever got an island, I was like, skip, pass, guess again. This is not the biome I like. But yeah, it was kind of fun because it was breaking me out of my routine, the things that I normally do in a Minecraft world, and that's kind of fun. So that's why I've been enjoying this. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Okay. Oh, it's got a little yellow flower. Anyway, but yeah, I remember someone once saying that if you're doing an island and there are other islands nearby, that they can affect your ability to get mobs to spawn. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's untrue. We might have to find out. I'm just excited because there's actual grass growing on these, because That means I can actually get a farm started early, which is a good thing. Because last time I was starving forever. And I mean, this time I know that I can cook and eat kelp. I didn't know that right off the bat with To Otherworld. Anyway, as because my lovely wife helped me know a thing about eating kelp, getting kelp, and eating it. Thanks for all the kelp. You're a big kelper. Oh, but we do have fun though. We do have fun. Yeah. Anyway, ooh, that one's gonna give me a apple. Coming over here and gonna bust this tree. Boop a doop a doop doop doo doo doo. Anyway, hold up real quick. Wait. Just trying to get my in-game audio levels to a normal place. I don't want it to be louder than me talking, but I also don't want it to be inaudible. You know, somebody who was like good at this would get their levels set before they start recording, but not me. That's not how I roll. Here's my actual policy on making videos is that if it takes a lot longer to make a video than it does to watch it, then it ain't for me. So, I mean, granted, some of my videos are friggin' long, but, you know, I don't want them to be longer than they are to watch, so there you go. Man, those birchen timbers ain't giving me jack crap. In terms, oh, I should definitely break all this grass up. Boop a doo doo doo. Boop a doo doo doo. How many? I got 2 birchen saplings. That is sad and pathetic. Sad and pathetic. You darned birchen trees. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Ooh, apple in the water. Okay. So I got a couple apples. So that's good. Oh, another apple. Come on, give me that apple though. There we go. I used the power of wanting it badly. Yeah, which is the secret. That's the secret, guys. You just gotta want it real bad, and the universe will be like, huh? Okay. I'm this massive frick thing that is so freaking big and constantly expanding. The people who live on me can't even, like, comprehend, not even a little bit, how freaking massive I am. But in all of my massiveness, I got this thing going where I like actually give a crap about their thoughts and feelings and needs and try to fulfill it, you know. There's like cajillions of planets and stars and whatnots inside me, but like, you know what? Somebody needs to have a good day. And she probably wearing yoga pants right now, so like, I'm gonna help little Miss Yoga Pants have a nice day. You got a problem with that? I'm the friggin' universe. Anyway, it do be like that though. It do be like that. All right. I think that that grass. Okay. Bam, bamity bam. Oh, and that's a sapling. Okay, let me plant back my oaken timbers, and then I'm gonna head back on a boat, y'all. I'm on a boat and it's going fast and I've got some sort of nautical themed Afghan. I don't know the actual lyrics. I can't be bothered to know. Anyway, I'm on a lonely island. Lonely island. Oh, I'm killing it like Alf right now in that I'm making myself laugh and no one else. But unlike Alf, I'm not going to eat a kitty cat later. I'm just going to pet one and tell her that she's beautiful and pretty and that I love her and that she my whole world. Meanwhile, my wife's sitting next to me being like, oh, that's right, I was going to build a boat. Well, you can't always get what you want. That's right, I said you can't always get what you want. Talking to you, drowned. You can't have my flesh tonight. Well, maybe. If you ask nice. Oh, that drowned wants my man flesh so badly. Oh. Do-do-do-do, boo-do-do-do-do. Oh, turtles. Man, I got me some turtles. Now, here's a question I don't ever want answered. Because today I tried feeding various things to turtles because I was like, can turtles be friends? Can turtles be pets, please? Please, turtles. Because I don't know if you know this, but I like turtles. I mean, granted, I like turtles. I prefer tortoises, but I do like turtles. That is factually accurate. I do like them. They are great. Because, I mean, find me another species that basically is the same that it was when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. Oh, beetles? You want to tell me beetles? Beetles are freaking gross. What are you, an entomologist? I've told you, take the N out of your name and do something useful with your life. Yeah, that's right. Be an etymologist. Talk about word origins. Yeah, that's actually worthwhile. Working with bugs, that's some freaky, nasty, gross. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You got time for somebody who's like, you know what's really fascinating? Is bugs. Oh, that's going to be a problem down there. I'd never sail my boat on that side of the island. Because I didn't know that was a thing. Like, and I was playing in one of my worlds one time, and I'm just sailing. Oh, it was in my server. I was just sailing around, and then all of a sudden I'm like, my boat done turned into a submarine. And yeah, all of a sudden I'm drowning and I'm like, why? What happened? I don't get it. Anyway. Oh, great. That, of all the freaking mob spawns to get, Freeper. I mean, whoop. Obviously, I am to best at this. You freaking, yeah. Some of the bench. Not the entire bench, just some of it. Creepers, I tell you what, they're the worst. And I hate them. And I wish they were dead. And you know what? Coincidentally, so do they. They're like, oh my god, I wish I could die right now. They are like, okay, this is for real though. This is for serious. Do creepers have the mistaken assumption that they get like virgins when they die? Because like I'm pretty sure all creepers are virgins. Because they all just dying, okay? Like, don't. You're the one who made it weird. No, you. No, you. Anyway, regardless, as I was saying, no, you. Um. Oh God, this freaking guy. You know what? I've got 4 apples. I'm gonna just take the hit. Yeah, there we go. That's the nice and cozy casa. Let's break 1 block out so I can see. Doopy doopy doo. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to pause it so you don't have to wait with me. All right, let's get back at it. Yeah, the skeleton out there just died. You see his bones there. Moo-hoo-hoo-ha-ha-ha. I like that Creeper is just out there all by himself, all sad and lonely. Anyway, that's a big frick island over there. Wonder if it's got mobs spawning on it. Anyway, regardless, it is time to start tearing this island down. I perhaps should have not made a house before I decided to start tearing it down. Let's see. Actually, like, okay, on my last island, I went all the way down to sea level, and that turned out to be a terrible idea. Well, kind of. You can have the edge so that you can have for farming and whatnot, but like, yeah, for the stability of the island, it's probably best to go 1 up from the bottom. Anyway, that I'm just mentioning that because I'm going to put my crafting table. I'm going to put down here. Boom. And yeah, now we're just going to start making some terrible shovels that will break almost immediately. Oh, and I need to plant my birch and saplings. Also, I need to give myself protection. Yeah, that's right. Guy's got to be able to protect himself out in the wilds. You know how it is, surviving on your own. Anyway, feel like I'm a Jimmy Fallon sketch. Anyway, was I not at all relevant to what was happening and laughed too much during the middle? Because that, holy frick. The frick is that island doing? Okay, this is... Yeah, I'm going to find out. If this is, then I'm going to be very disappointed and start again from different island. Because, like, we can't have... Like, I can't have it too good. It's not a survival island if you have it too good. Okay, here we go. Because, yeah, I couldn't find the exact seed from the other one. Yeah, I wish I could find the... Oh, that might be... Oh, God. Yeah, I remember when I was like, don't hit this side. Yeah, I think that is. That's not it. No, people. That's too much land. Because there's probably already mobs on this. There's probably sheeps and everything. I want to have to work for it. Yeah, it's true. Anyway, okay, we're going back to square one. This is great video content, by the way. Yes, definitely. I mean, okay, let me be honest with you about the. Well, I guess I don't have to roll all the way back if I'm not saving this world. Anyway. So the fact is that, by Gil again. Gil again, because it's my island world. Wait, no, you're stupid. What are you doing? Okay. So I'm going to look up island seeds. Minecraft Java seeds. Okay. Island seeds. Oh my god. Everybody's always like, ooh, find one that's like super easy. I don't need all the shipwrecks and all the like easy stuff to like get me ahead. I want to like actually survive. So an island. It's not that extreme. I mean, they do have extreme survival seeds, like where you'd have to, swim 1,000 blocks just to find a sapling, Anyway, hold up. This is gonna take me a minute, so I'm gonna pause. I'm not gonna put you through me looking through island seeds. Hold up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Oh my god. Hey, real quick, I've got to go through. Because this is the one I was most recently playing. So that's going to be called Gilligan again. And I'm just going to delete all of the ones that didn't work out. I tried a few of them. Yeah, it was really hard trying to find a world that met my requirements of not being too easy. Now, it is going to get freaking annoying. This is very similar, if not exactly the same, as the other island you've seen me play on. Because, like, freaking underwater temple right there. By the way, I have never, ever successfully assaulted an underwater temple. Just like I have never successfully assaulted a lady footlocker. I said never successfully. Attempts don't count. Anyway. Do they still have lady footlocker? Is that still a thing? This is a fun thing to say. Lady footlocker. It's like, yeah. Because footlocker it just sounds male. So it sounds like female scrotum itch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't put the things together. Not that there aren't women, like, obviously footlockers are from the military, probably. I mean, right? Definitely, he said, knowing word origins and having a degree in basically that. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracias, peoples. Anyway, let's begin the arduous task of leveling this friggin' island. Oh, look, it's already, yeah, hooray, hurrah. Put you in the thing and make you into a dream come true. Boom. Are you going to give me saplings or give me death? I mean, I'll take one or t'other. Quite frankly, it don't matter to me which one. Saplings, death, whatever you got. Anyway. This island is definitely smaller than the other one, which is it's good, I guess. It's definitely goodish. Um, no, is it? This feels very similar. I don't know. Because that island over there looks oddly similar to the one that looks very oddly similar to the one that I put lights all over in hopes of getting mob spawn. I mean, good mob spawn, not stupid mob spawn. You know what I mean, probably, hopefully. Anyway, we're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way, just like Grandpappy used to do it. But in the other one, there was not a birch and timber island over there. And I know that for a fact because I love birch and timbers. I prefer birch and timbers, and I would have taken birch and timbers all the freaking way. So, yeah. Okay. You know what? I grow weary of this. This is some weird friggin' fish. Use some weirdy fish. I'm gonna kill you later. I mean, or whatever. No, you're the one making it weird. Anyway. Yeah, you can craft things like sadness and loneliness. Achievement unlocked. That's why I'm on an island. Oh, dingus, put it in the right slot. Man, if I had a nickel for every time I put it in the wrong slot, I wouldn't get my nickel back because I put it in the wrong slot. I put it in a quarter slot, and that nickel was like, no, I am never getting out of here. You're going to have to, like, freaking pry me out. There will be labor-intensive nonsense involved in getting me out of this slot built for a much larger coin. Anyway. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Ooh. Can I dye sand? Hooray. Why would I dye sand? I don't know. It don't make no sense to me. It don't though. Anyway. Oh my god, this is like... I grow weary of these wooden shovels and their ineffectiveness. Oh, you dingus. Okay. Oh, a apple. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to plant my saplings down on this level. Because, you know. Oh. Because, yeah, I don't want to have trees up in places where I'm trying to dig. Can you dig it? We can dig it. Upside down and inside out. Going to tell all you white people what it's all about. I'm doing the raps and all the stuff. Boop, ba-doop, boop, boop, ba-doop, boop. Oh my god. Why instead of becoming a very famous and popular rapper did I become a teacher instead? I just, it's such a waste of my immense talent to have not become a famous rapper. It was just sitting there the whole time, and they were like, well, you could do one or the other, and I was like, the other. But regrets. Got them life's regrets, man. sometimes you just regret some of the things you done did. I mean, some people be living with no regrets, but I'm not one of those people. Do 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 do. Now, granted, in this world, I have not traveled very far, so I don't know if I'm potentially like, 100 blocks from the freaking continent or something. But yeah, we'll see. If I find a continent, I'm gonna be all mad. This is supposed to be a survival island. Supposed to be. Just sit right back and you hear a tale of a fateful trip that started as a sociological experiment that was turned into a TV show. That's actually true. A sociologist was like, I wonder what would happen if you took a bunch of complete strangers from different walks of life, different social classes, and different, levels of usefulness. Like, friggin', okay, let's be real here. Gilligan's Island, ginger is useful for nothing but, food, essentially. I mean, she's not the smart one. She's not the freaking, she's just in a survival situation, she's a drain of resources. And before you say, oh, but she is female and attractive, therefore must keep, Marianne, who got them farm girl skills, number one, so she's, very often useful and is actually more attractive. How are you going to do it like that, Gilligan's Island? You're going to make the actually hottest one not be the movie star? Yeah, I mean, makes sense, I guess. Seems realistic. But anyway, yeah, so, it's funny because the whole thing about the millionaire, and his wife, that whole thing, how they're constantly, trying to be rich, even when, trying to be privileged. That's the funny thing about it, is that they really do think that they're better than everyone, and they really do try to be, wait, are there freaking two of them? Okay, then. I have to learn how to assault those things. This is going to take me a while to even have the wherewithal to do it, so. Anyway, in the meantime, level off this island. Do-do-do-do-do. But yeah, I think it's funny that, when it gets right down to it, the millionaire and his wife tried to continually perpetuate class-based inequalities even in a survival situation. And I wonder to what extent would that be true in real life? Because, people with the gated communities and they suspiciously white country clubs. I mean, it's not that we have a whites only policy, it's just that for some reason white people are the only one who want to be members here. Oh my god. Be worse. And waste more water on your stupid golf course. Oh my god. You people in St. George, Utah, I'm coming for you. You're wasting water, and those of us who live downstream friggin' need that for, I don't know, life? So stop it with the golf, you dinguses building your McMansions in southern Utah so that you can move up from California and be like, oh my God, it's so much more affordable here. Be more the worst. Anyway. Sorry, I have no strong feelings about this in any way, shape, or form. But I'll tell you this is something that's actually really interesting and fascinating to me, is that, okay, hold up. First of all, that is so loud. I'm going to take that down several scotches. Maybe another scotch. Anyway, so here's what's fascinating to me, is that, first of all, teacher nightmares. Teachers all have the same nightmares. They do. And the two most recurring teacher nightmares are like you have everything prepared, but then the technology doesn't work. And suddenly you're left in a situation where you're like, oh my God, my lesson plan, my freaking slides, my everything. I had it all there and now I can't even, what the frick, you know? And it's not like a teacher can't teach without it. It's just that when you go to such lengths to prepare for it to be there, you know, and then it's not there and it's not working and whatnot, and you're trying to make it work in front of a class of freshmen, of all things. Oh my God, that's a nightmare. So that's number one. Yeah, that is, you know, teacher nightmare number one. Teacher nightmare number two is teacher trying to teach and nobody listening. And guess what? If you teach freshmen, you can live that nightmare on a daily basis. That's just how freshmen are. They're like, yeah, we weren't going to listen to you. What, you thought we were? Oh, you silly person. Anyway, I am out of shovels. I'm just gonna keep going as if I'd never heard of shovels. Boo doo 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 doo. And hope that I run into some freaking cobblestone. Anyway. But yeah. Okay, so I have those two recurring dreams. The, like, you know, I have my slideshow all ready to go, you know, and then it's not there. And then you just have to, you know, lecture people from memory, which I can do, but people pay way less attention when there is nothing backing you up and you're just winging it, like clearly winging it, you know. So that's the number one. And number two, yeah, I do have the teacher nightmare of teaching and nobody listening, which is why I have a YouTube channel where I encourage people to not listen. Ha, that makes sense. But regardless, beyond that, the other recurring dream that I have, and this is a long walk for a short drink of water, is always that, like, my lovely wife and I will be somewhere at some rich person's house, and it will be revealed over the course of the evening that we simply do not belong in such company. That, like, they are too uppity for us, that they are too, like, you know. They like sniffing corks and their own farts a little too much for us to be able to be there. And, you know, I have actually known a few wealthy people in my time, and, you know, like, actually reasonably wealthy. I mean, not billionaires, but multimillionaires for sure. Anyway, and I will say this about them. You know, the ones that I have known have been nice, albeit a bit detached from reality at times. So that's a thing, I guess. But yeah, I don't know why I have this constant thing where it's like, oh, hey, you're hanging out with rich people, but you don't belong. Because I don't belong. I do not belong with rich people. I don't. Like, I don't know what to say to them. Be like, hey, the struggle, huh? And they'd be like, the what now? The huh? Oh no, my family hadn't talked about that since my great great grandfather committed several crimes of a federal type nature to build the business that we enjoy today. Like, anyway. Yeah, I'm reminded of one of the great Rory Scovel jokes. Rory Scovel, by the way, so freaking amazing. Like, one of the greatest comedians working, by far. A very hilarious man. And I just love everything he's ever done. Anyway, but he talks about how, you know, he he gets on planes, but he doesn't even fly. He just guns it down the highway. Wait. When the sun comes up, I see possible continent off in the distance, and I'm like, no. No. You will not make my life easier than it needs to be. Ooh. One of my saplings sprouted. Hashtag winning Minecraft. Anyway, when I was in high school, all of my friends started reading Ayn Rand, and they were like, oh my god, she is the very best. This is it. This is like the real truthy truth. And it's funny, they were all basically neocons, like neoconservatives. Oh, Squiddy, who hurt you? Oh, yourself? Why? Why, Squiddy? Why has squids always got to hurt themselves? Oh, get away from me, drowned. I don't even like you. Anyway, you will not taste my flesh tonight. Or today. I mean. Anyway. But yeah. Class-based inequality, it's so much fun because everybody who gets to be a millionaire or a billionaire is like, no, I worked hard for this. And it's like, yeah, I bet you worked. Like, I bet you did. But objectively, did you work harder than a single mother living in poverty working 2 jobs just to keep her head above water? Like, did you though? Did you work harder than that? Because you probably employ a lot of those. And it's funny because, like, here's a fun fact about billion with a B, is that, do you know how long it would take you to count to 1 billion if you counted one number per second and didn't mess up ever and never slept or stopped to eat food? If you started on the day of your birth, it would take you 35 years to count to 1 billion at one number per second. Just think about that. 35 years straight of 1, 2, 3. And then by the time you get to the bigger numbers, you'd be like 345,674, 345,675, 345,000. Oh, frick. I forgot. Like, because I honestly, most people, even if you are a smart individual, would not get up to numbers that high before you started forgetting, like, wait, what was I saying? Because this is boring as frick counting. Anyway. So, yeah, you will never count to 1 billion in your lifetime. Hooray. And then think about the fact that some people have multiple billions of dollars. just multiple billions of dollars. And when pressed on it, they're like, yeah, I don't think that I should do things like pay more in taxes. I think I should do things like start my own charities that I can write off on my taxes. And it's like, what is it with you and paying taxes? Like, this is freaking ridiculous. Because the rest of us, like, meanwhile, that single mom I done talked about is paying, like way more percentage wise, way more in taxes on a percentage than the billionaire. And certainly a whole hell of a lot more than the billionaire's corporation does, because they've got accountants to make sure that it's like, our name is Amazon, and last year in taxes we paid $1. That's right. Just kidding. They didn't pay $1. Anyway, but I am not embittered about this myself, a taxpayer who pays all the freaking taxes on my very, very deep income that I make as a freaking public school teacher. Yeah, that's, I make so much freaking money. It's like, Anyway, regardless, like, I recognize that we have a system of inequality partially by choice, but it's also a system of inequality that those who are the most unequal have not been educated as to why they are being cut out. One of the dumbest things that continually happens in closed systems such as ours, systems that are not just closed and do not provide access to all people equally, but are not even designed to provide access to all people equally. And people think that it does. Like, people, honest to God, how many people do you know that think like, ooh, if I work really hard, I could be a millionaire someday? Probably the frick not. You probably won't. Because in order for resources to be hoarded that unfairly by any person or group of persons, there need to be people at the bottom not doing as well. That's just, how that works. We can't all be millionaires. And if we were, like, then what would that do to the value of currency? It's problematic from the get-go. There is, of course, a necessary point at which you could have people at a sort of equilibrium in terms of, how much work they put in versus how much money they get out. And, have it so that people who legitimately work harder actually do, in fact, make more. Because, the shortcomings of communism and its, the other systems like it is that does not account for human greed. Like, you have to understand that greed is a major motivator. Like, the ability of some humans to rub it in the faces of other humans and be like, oh my god, is that last year's one? Ugh, that is so bourgeois, I can't even, ugh. Like, some people just feel like they need to be living that way. And, I mean, it just, that's a whole situation. Anywho's, it's, but yeah, there must be a way to strike an equilibrium point. You listen to enough George Monbiot and you're like, oh, the system that we are working within is working exactly as it was designed. The inequalities that we have now are exactly what the system was designed to create. And so, mission accomplished. And it's that thing where, like, I was talking with my students today. We were talking about gun control, and and there was some talk of what the founding fathers actually meant when they said, you know, a well-regulated militia being necessary for the freedoms of the people, or something to that extent. The right to bear arms shall not be abridged or amended, or what. Like, let me read the actual friggin' text of the Second Amendment. I always say it wrong. No, don't. Not that. Okay, whatever. I mean, not that I'm ashamed to have been watching Bob Woodward, Robert Woodward, and Bob Costas on Stephen Colbert. That's all fine and dandy. I don't mind that at all. What I'm talking about is, let's see, second. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Okay, nice that you have a pistol there and some ammunition. People will be so much about the Second Amendment. But here's the fun part. Where are our well-regulated militias? Huh? Like, because that sounds like, honest to God, that sounds more like Switzerland than it does like the United States. Doesn't it? Those of you who understand that reference, who know a thing or two about Switzerland and how their military works? Right? Anyway, it is true. It sounds way more like Switzerland. So, anyway. Yeah, we just got a few more levels to take this down and we'll be good. We're not filling up too quickly. That's good. That's good. But yeah, Switzerland has this thing where pretty much every household in Switzerland has a fully automatic weapon in it and a person trained in the use of it. And which is hilarious because, like, the thing about guns and whatnot is that, like, the Swiss, they you can watch it. They make a whole day of it. Like, everybody has to, when you turn 18 in Switzerland, you go in for 2 years of mandatory military service. And that is their actual standing army for the most part. I mean, there are exceptions to that fact, but like that's pretty much it. Is their standing army is made of people who have made a career of it so they can train the 18-year-olds and a bunch of 18-year-olds. And then they have a well-regulated militia, which is literally everyone else in the country. And that's just a bunch of people who have been 18 once and were, given military training, and then were given a fully automatic weapon to keep in their house. And and then once a year they go out and they hit the shooting range because they have to recertify in their use of automatic weapon. and so yeah, because here's the thing that people very often miss. Oh my goodness. Swear to God, I literally just got a text that another one of my students is going to be out due to COVID. It's been rough. It's been freaking rough. Students dropping like flies. And interestingly, teachers not dropping like flies as much. That last year, teachers were like, "Oh crap, so many of us getting that Rona," and um, why are we not getting that Rona as much? Because a lot of us went out and got vaccinated because they made the vaccine available to us, and we were like, "Yes, please, thank you. That sounds lovely. I will take two in this arm if you don't mind." Um, so yeah, that's the thing is that there we go. Yeah, we some of us got vaccinated against the Rona. Uh, we got vaccinated early, and it's been good. And then others of us, like there is a teacher out right now who is not vaccinated against the Rona, and got that Rona. So yeah, and a lot of students are not vaccinated. Now, granted, if the vaccine is 95% effective, then that means that I think the number was 800,000, somewhere on the order of 800,000 people in America are going to get breakthrough infections. And so I have had a student who got a breakthrough infection, meaning that finally, cobblestone, thank goodness. He tested positive for COVID in spite of being fully vaccinated. But on the other hand, like he never really felt sick. He obviously did not require hospitalization. He was fine. And yeah, that's the whole thing. Oh, and meanwhile, like let this not escape the public record. Uh Rich people, how they've been dealing with Rona? Well, they've been dealing suspiciously well because they were able to get their vaccines early because money talks, and they were able to, go to private islands and lock themselves in gated communities and just continue business as usual, while people all around them drop like flies. So that's amazing. Like that's so great. I'm just so glad that they're hashtag blessed like that. And it's not like I look, I don't begrudge people who legitimately come up with amazing ideas and then make money off of them. That's not the thing that I'm like, boo, that shouldn't be a thing. But like, hey, consider this. Um John D. Rockefeller made so much money in his lifetime that accountants wake up every morning and are like, hey, here we are at the Rockefeller Foundation. We got all this John D. Rockefeller money. How are we going to spend it? And they keep spending it and keep spending it. And it is, reaching 100 years after the man died. And we still haven't reached the end of his money. So, yeah, that's some insane amounts of money. As a matter of fact, one could argue that it's too much. I mean, yes, the man did own U.S. Steel, and U.S. Steel was very important to the building of the nation. Like, make that argument all day. But was it so valuable? Was it so valuable that he was worth more than, pretty much everybody else in the United States combined? Like, worth more than the wealth of the entire middle class? Like, that's obscene. And one of the things that's a real eye opener, there's an index of how much more CEOs make than their average employee. And, it's a well-known fact that Amazon warehouse employees are not treated super duper well. It's a hard freak job. And yes, I get it. People all the time be like, oh, well, if you don't like the job, don't take the job. Okay, easy for you to say. Um, with all the privilege that you have that has allowed you to have a job that is not that. You probably never taken a job that's like that. Probably never, and probably never will. So check your privilege. But yeah, it's just absurd when you consider, like, okay, is the CEO of the company really worth, 350,000% more than the average employee? It could be very easily argued that no is a really easy answer to that question. Is he worth more than his average employee? Sure, yeah, totally. Absolutely. And that's where I'm getting at with, like, there has to be some equilibrium point. Our system is working as designed in that it is preserving the inequalities within it, and it is intentionally, like, not only have we made the system intentionally slanted towards some people and against others, we've made it intentionally slanted toward people who had the capital to begin with, and away from people who didn't. And fun fact, those who didn't are in many cases ethnic minorities. Oh, you subtle racism. How you keep popping your head up all the time, but it's true. It is true. Like, how many black billionaires do you know? Like, the history of race and wealth in America is not a happy one, because for many years we went out of our way to make sure that there was no generational wealth in the black community. Like, it is sad. I mean, like, when Juneteenth became a holiday this last year, which, hooray for that. I think that's a lovely sentiment. I think it's a good thing, celebrating the official end of slavery for everybody. Which ironically, given the slow travel of news and information in those days, it's celebrated, I believe it was a full 2 years after the fact that, former slaves in Tejas were finding out, like, wait, I'm free now? What the frick? I've been 2 years I kept at this. What you tell? Okay, people on the other side of the country knew this, like, basically immediately. Well, that ain't that anyway. Like, no, obviously they received the news gladly and gratefully, and weren't like they were like, nope, that's how long it takes. They weren't like, 2 years? You couldn't have gotten it here faster? Are you sure? That's I doubt very much that was anyone's reaction. Now that we're getting into some cobbled stone, I think I'm gonna make it. I'll make 3 more shovels just to get us to the cobbled type stone. Man, I am filling up. I have to build a chest soon, probably. We'll see. I start running out of room. Anyway. But yeah. Some of us would prefer that massive inequality would not continue to exist, because, guess what? If former slaves were granted the thing that they were told that they were going to get, which is 40 acres and a mule, do you have any idea how different this country would be? Because land is the kind of asset that makes for generational wealth. And, it's only too bad that Lincoln was succeeded because, like, okay, let's be honest about Lincoln. People are always like, oh my God, Abraham Lincoln was like the besties. Yeah, he was pretty excellent. He was a pretty excellent guy. But you know what made him the most excellent? Is that he listened to Frederick Douglass. Like, so many of his good ideas on race were not his ideas, they were Frederick Douglass's. And he was just smart enough to be like, yeah, there you go. That's a thing. It's true. It is literally factually accurate. And you can look that up if you like. Frederick Douglass, an amazing man. And yeah, I've read a narrative on the life of Frederick Douglass. It's very interesting, fascinating. Is an interesting fellow. But yeah, Lincoln gets so much credit for like, oh, he did all the things, freed the slaves and made it all happen because it was his idea. And it's like, well, he did have some pretty sturdy help. Let's be honest about that part because that does make a difference. Anyway. we do like that Lincoln character. That much is solid. Anyway, I was gonna say, yeah, hey Copper, how you doing? So when Juneteenth became a holiday, people started talking about, some of the ways in which black people have been historically mistreated. And granted, I knew about things like redlining. By the way, okay, I am distantly related to the Romneys, which is like Mitt Romney. I am distantly related to Mitt Romney. Not so close that I could be like, hey, you're rich, Mitt Romney, give me money. And not so much that my family has any of that Mitt Romney money. But here's the thing to know. Cool guy, Mitt's father, George. George Romney, at a time where it was wildly unpopular with all kinds of people, he was like, hey, I have an idea. Let's integrate some neighborhoods. And people were like, no. And as you might be aware, the Romney family is known for being Mormons. That is a thing. I am not one of them's, but good on you. If you are one, not my cup of tea, but good for you. Anyway, so yeah, George Romney started integrating neighborhoods, started moving black families into what were formerly all white neighborhoods, and he would get letters and hate mail and all kinds of stuff. And the funny thing is that leaders of the Mormon church, like we're talking, because they call their people like prophets and apostles and stuff, like in the Bible and whatnots. And so these men are supposed to have the same status as like guys that you have heard of in the Bible. And they write these letters to George Romney and they're like, hey, George Romney, guess what? God says no to this whole integrating thing. He is not a fan, as it turns out, and you need to stop. And George was like, I'm not going to stop. And they're like, but you should, because I'm telling you, God is not down with this. And he's like, whatever, So good on George Romney, like for real. And quite frankly, you look at Mitt, And, you know, every now and again, Mitt Romney will do something where you're like, oh, you just reminded me of your dad just then, but only in super tiny ways, never in big ways. He can be a real spineless douchebag when he wants to be, but I'm related to him. I can say that. Um, anyway, because sometimes he'd be all like, you know, they'd be like, hey, are you gonna, you know, support common sense legislation and help cross the aisle and not, you know, go with your I'm going to take my ball and go home cronies in Congress? And he's like, I better not. They said they get all mad if I do. And you're like, oh, so you don't have a backbone. Okay, noted for further reference. Thank you for telling me. Um, Anyway, I'll take these trees down real quick. But yeah, Mitt Romney was the only Republican who voted for impeachment in a trial in which we had all the evidence. Like, the public had all the evidence to the point where it's like, okay, so we're trying to see whether or not the president is guilty of a thing that we have him, like, video footage of him doing it, or not video, audio footage of him doing it. We have audio footage of it, and you know, that's the whole thing. And then, like, the second impeachment, I mean, my God, that was such an open and shut case. It's like, did he do the thing that we think he did? Yeah, because he did it. We have a televised broadcast of him doing it. Like, uh, so, yeah, I don't know how you sidestep that. Sorry to get all political on you. If any of you are Trump supporters, so are many of my close friends and family members. You know, like, uh, feel however you want about the man. I'm gonna feel how I want to feel about the man. Uh, if you ever want to talk about it, like, I'm one of the few people who will be like, sure, I'll talk to you about it. You know, but you're gonna get all mad when I call him like a lying douchebag and stuff because he lies constantly and he's a massive douchebag. So if you don't want to be in the same room as someone who is calling your favorite president a lying douchebag, then maybe we can't talk about it. And maybe that's the entire problem with American politics today. Maybe it is. Anyway, I am very pleasantly surprised that I've not had any mob spawns since I've been working on this one. That makes me very happy because, yeah, normally when I get mob spawns, I just have to build myself a shelter and then and then just wait for the night to pass, and that's very exciting. Just be like, do 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 do. Yeah, sleep is a very complicated thing when you're doing survival type island, but you know it makes it interesting because, like, it makes my priorities completely different, which is good, you know, break me out of my habits and whatnot. Like, because I do have some very dumb habits of things that I just have been doing in Minecraft since I first started playing it. And so it's still how I do things. And if you were to, like, really press me on it and be like, okay, but why though? I'd be like, I don't know. I don't have good answers for that. Come on. Hooray, huzzah, more saplings for me. Okay, so I figured out with the other one that what you really need is a dirt side of the island and a sand side of the island. So Because, like, you need a dirt side of the island for, oh, come on. For the planting of things, so you can have gardens and whatnot, and that be a whole thing. Ooh, another apple. Hooray, hurrah. Speaking of gardens, don't I have, oh, that must have been the other one in which I had seeds. Wait, where's my, I lost my chestises. Yeah, I don't have seeds, I guess. I have to go and get some. Because some of these islands has grass. One of them does. I've seen it from afar. Anyway, I'll build a boat in the morning and we'll go get some grass. Okay. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Do 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 do. We are making our way on this island and we're cutting it up and we're slicing it down. Do 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 do. That is the way that we do the Islandcraft. Yep, that's how we do the Islandcraft. You know that song. It's been around for a long time. The Islandcraft song. Okay. Island leveled. Look at how glorious it is. Alright, so I need to figure out, like, which direction. Because, like, the fact that that Mamma Jam is over there makes me a little upset. Oh, God. Mob spawn immediately. That's why we keep a sword. Okay. Yeah, forget what I was saying about no mob spawning. Let's build a house. Building a house. Building a house out of all this stuff. Do 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 do. Oh, is it gonna get light soon? I hope. Anyway, so I've been working through the night, like I always do. I work very hard. I should be a billionaire. Yeah, it's true. Because the funny thing is that that billionaire work is not the same as, lackey type work, as, the work that the people at the bottom rung do. You know that that's true. And quite frankly, a lot of millionaires would not be caught dead doing the kind of work that they make their people do on a regular basis, except for on that show where they're like, guess what? I was the boss the whole time. And everybody's like, we freaking know you, like, had a terrible wig and you did a bad job of acting like anyone who has ever lived a regular life. So, boo to you. And boo to the idea of this show that basically turns my actual life into a, like, could you imagine living like this? Like a regular frick person? Oh, wouldn't that be terrible? Oh my God. I can't even imagine such a fate. That sounds like worse than waterboarding. you know? Like, that's basically the show. Undercover boss. And then they'd be like, we're going to give, if you're nice to him while he's undercover, we're going to give you money. And then the person's like, oh my God, I can't believe you're giving me money. But, like, bear this in mind. This is a fun fact. So my father worked for 35 years in a coal power plant, which is closing soon, by the way. And thank God for that because, well, actually, God didn't have anything to do with it. God loves coal. God's all about that dirty energy. He's like, oh my God. Oh my me. Oh my me. I just, that dirty energy. Love it. Like, it's so great how it's like not clean and whatnot and not sustainable in any way, shape, or form. Um, anyway, but yes, my father worked for 30 years in a coal power plant. And he did all right for himself. Like surprisingly all right for a guy who never got his college degree. And it's one of the reasons why all of his children got college degrees cuz he's like, yeah, you don't want to be like me. Like you don't want to work a job that you don't really like that much for your entire life, uh, and feel like you have to keep that job just because um, you are not qualified to do anything else. And so that is why he really pushed college on all of us, and we were like, okay, fine. I'll go to college. Your mom goes to college. Anyway, she did. She was a librarian, my grandmother. And then I was a librarian. And anyway, oh, it's getting light. Um, wait, I'm doing this like an idiot. Uh, I forgot what I was doing. I was just thinking about going outside in the daytime and how nice it would be. Oh, how lovely would it be to be outside in the daytime. Oh, I don't have anything to turn into charcoal, so that's a blob. Where's the sun come up? Over here? That's a more natural spot for, yeah, there you go. Put it right there so I can see it come up. Okay. By now, any mobs should be dying, so that's good. We're gonna come out of our house. Housey house. Do. Oh, that's right. I was gonna go off in search of grass today. It looks like there's some over yonder. This one done halves the sugar cane, so we're also gonna stop there. Oh, and there's that block that I knocked out, and it went the wrong way out the window. Anyway, oh, yeah. Here's the point that I was going to make telling you about my dad. Like, so, for Bill Gates to buy a $250,000 sports car is about the same financial strain on Bill Gates as it would be for my father to buy a candy bar. So, that's definitely a system worth fighting to keep exactly the way it is. Like, it's working perfectly. But, oh, I hear you say, he made Microsoft Bimbos and, like, is the greatest thing since ever, and we all love the Microsoft Bimbos and use it every day. Well, I hate to be a party pooper. This is exactly the same as the other island seed that I was working with. Like this part right here, the shape of this island. I didn't have two underwater temples or whatever you call them. I know that they're probably not called temples, and people are losing their minds. They're like, no, there's a specific word for it, and you're not using the specific word that we all agreed upon. Sure, I'm telling you, you need to stop. Okay, that island is big, but it's not so big that I, bear it any ill will. Oh, it's got mushrooms on it. Anyway. I'm just going to stay away from it for now because I'm in survival mode and I am not cheating. Okay. I know that I could just leave it there and it probably wouldn't float away, but I did have a boat float away once. Oh, good. The last time I did this, I got one grass on my first island that I was working with. I got one, and so that was no good. And now look at me, I got multiple. I got 4. I got 4 grass seeds. What? Anyway. Do ba doo doo ba doo ba doo ba doo boo boo ba doo boo boo doo 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 boo boop. That's where we put our boat for the boatening. Because I like to get boatened up. Oh, is that one of them, like, underwater-y portalsies? Like a broken portal that's like underwatersies? I don't know. And now I can't see it anymore, so this is probably a terrible idea to come. Oh, wait. There is something down there. Okay, I gotta be careful because that. Hold up. And I can't see Jack Diddley. Oh, nope. 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 No. Nope. 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 Anyway. Oh. But yes, I know that you're a huge fan of the Microsoft Bimbos. Yes, back to this. But there is open source software out there that people make because they're like, well, we are the people who use it and we would like it to be like this. And so we will make it and we will make it like this. And then we will distribute it. And, some of them are paid, but like people aren't making insane amounts of money from Linux distros as far as I am concerned, as far as I know. I mean, I know that Microsoft is doing all that they can do to try and take over the world of Linux, which is like, no thank you, dingus. Like, we don't need that in our lives. We need that in our lives like we need a, I don't know, kick in the crotch, I'm guessing, would be a decent guess as to something that we wouldn't need. Okay. So, over here. I don't know why I'm singing stupidly and poorly right now. I mean, it's aside from the obvious. No, I don't know that any part of that is obvious. I'm going to make this one the farm side and make that the farm side because it goes out that way. And I think I'm just going to build L-shapies. So I'm going to go sand out this way. And I'm going to go dirt out this way. Just make my island bigger that way. But in the meantime, I will have a place to plant things. Oh, and also I will plant these over here. My sugar type canes. Really? That was less effective. I hate it when I do that, like accidentally slot switch something. I wonder, like, how many people are able to do that trick and do it effectively, where you're hovering your mouse over and then you hit the number and it just slot switches, and you're, like I accidentally did there. Yeah, I wonder how many people are able to do that on purpose and do it well, because that would be magical to me. I know, I am easily impressed. I never claimed to be not easily impressed. Ooh, my 4 seeds, guess what? You are getting some oceanfront property. Boop, ba-doop, boop, boop. Yeah. That's a seedy place. Okay. So I guess let's just start building up this island. I guess. Because, like, wait, which side did I say was going to be? I think I said this is going to be sand. Yeah, this is going to be sand, and that's going to be dirt. Okay. Then we'll just make it really longish. Until such time as I take out those underwater Templars, and at which point, like, then I can, just overrun those and then be like, ha-ta, ha-ta, ha-ta. You know how I do. It's how I'm living, and Yeah. Okay, so I am going to be building these too deep because I want to. Because that seems to make sense to me. And I know that there are probably better ways to build up an island than this, but this is what I thought of when I was like, I want to build up my island. So, yeah, whatever. Oh my god, look, my island is getting bigger. You. Because here's the thing. In order for friendly mobs to spawn, it has to be well lit, and it has to be 24 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20. 32. Yeah. So I do have more than 24 blocks on this island, but, like, what's the likelihood that they're going to spawn in that sort of way? And I need more. I guess I can plant more saplings because I have a lot of them to plant, and I've got time to do it. So let's actually do it a little bit. Because birds do it. Bees do it. Even educated fleas do it. I mean, actually, they don't need to be educated. They just need to be fleas with an interest in perpetuating their species. And they don't even have to have a conscious intention of, like, hey, fellow flea, you perpetuate the species. It's not like that. It'd just be like, we are two fleas engage instinctual nonsense, and then they do what comes natural to fleas. Flea flicking. I mean, I couldn't not, okay? Okay, do you understand? I couldn't not. All right? It was just sitting there. I had to say it because it was sayable. It was just sitting here and it was all sayable, and like I'm going to have something that sayable and not say it. Like that's that I'd oh my god, freaking frick frack, run and hide. God dang it. Those 4 seeds cannot grow fast enough. And I need to get trees, and I should probably like kill some kelp so that I can have things to eat. Okay, I can't even see well enough to know. Okay, I don't know where I am. There we go. I just had to go by sound. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracias. Okay, well, this is one of those scenarios. I'm not going to make you wait out the night. When I come back, it'll be daytime. Come on. There we go. Man, it didn't want to come back off pause. Anyway, yeah. Okay, hair in my mouth. I've got hair all around my mouth in the form of a beard. A beard. Yeah, let me say that all weird. So that you're like, oh, he's one of those beardy guys who's like, hey, you want to see my beard? I am very much exactly like that. So step 1, do not for a moment think that I'm not. Because absolutely am. Okay, and up. And thank you for your service, Cancer. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, thank you. Yeah, but I am a beardy type man. In case you were wondering, like, what type of man would make such terrible YouTube content? Oh, a beardy man. A beardy man for sure. That's exactly who would make such terrible YouTube content. And you are welcome. You're the one watching it. Oh, in your face. Person watching this. Oh, yes. Just going to antagonize my own viewer base as if they exist. Oh, in your face, non-existent people. Oh, don't you feel stupid for thinking you existed this whole time? Oh, you didn't. You never did. Not once did you exist. Oh my god. Get all of you. Thank you. And thank you some more. I have you now. You are had by me. I need trees so that I can... I mean, I guess I could burn saplings. I mean, they are a fuel source. They're not a fuel source, but they are a fuel source. Whoop! Burn, my little somethings. Burn! Birch and timbers. Should go out and give me them birch and timbers. Because I like birch and timbers. Let's do that. That's how we're going to spend this time. Birch and timbers, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. That's right, I bathe with birch. What do you know? Taking a bath with a birchen hoe. No, that's like the garden implement. Did you think that I meant no? Oh my god, this is a sunken ship and stuff. I think. Unless it's three wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. As there were three wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Too long didn't read. The person singing this song, his mama was a hooker. That's right. What? And that is factually accurate, by the way. In the song, he does not say prostitute or lady of the evening or call girl or anything of the sort. Nope, he says hooker. And he's talking about his mama. You know, his mama was a hooker. So, feel about it however you want. Anyway, but then she converted to Jesus. She's like, oh, Jesus? I didn't even know that Jesus was a thing. Here I was being Zoroastrian, for all you know. Being a Manichaeist. Being, other old religions that don't really exist anymore. Anywho's, it's... but then, yeah, because, like, clearly she was only being a hooker because she didn't know about the Jeebus. And then when the preacher got in that terrible bus accident, yeah, there we go. Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, the preacher got in that terrible bus accident and gave the Bible to the narrator's, strumpet mother, because strumpet is, by the way, my favorite word for a prostitute. Strumpet. It just feels nice, is what it do. Okay. Hooray. Hooray and hurrah. Where are you coming from, you crazy jobby? Anyway, I wish I had fast leaf decay so that I could, get back to my lovely casa. But whatever, we'll just wait for this. Gonna sing a waiting song, ba-doo ba-doo boop boo-doo-doo-doo. Song about waiting, waiting all the times, waiting for the leaves to decay. Not a very good song. I didn't tell you it was a good song. I just said it was a song. Man. You people and your demands for, like, good melodies and whatnot. Like, I told you I don't have them. That splashed hard. Thank you, sapling. Oh my gosh. So today I was visited in my classroom by an adorable little kitten. And it just, like, when you are a cat person, first of all, hopefully you're the variety where it's like, I like cats and I like to snuggle them and cuddle them and have them as pets and give them names and treat them nicely, and not the kind where it's like, I am sexually attracted to cats. Like, that's the thing that I think is weird, is about, like, because it's a whole thing now where people are like, oh, it's an anime cat girl and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, I don't know how to feel about that because, like, okay, first of all, how is she a cat girl? Second of all, she's a boy. We've all seen it. Come on. It's true. And when I say seen it, I mean that anime show, RE0 Starting Life in a New World. I'm not talking about any like ridiculous type of pornography. Not no pernicious pornographies. Thank you very much. I don't go in for the pernicious pornography. Steer clear of pern. Um, and their dragon riders. Anyway, this is making fun of how they say pornography. Certain churchy type leaders. Steer clear of the pornography. The pernicious pornography is the pern that the Lord does not want you to do. For the pern leads to the touching of the body in ways which the Lord is like, no. I said no. You do not touch your supple, beautiful, vivacious body in that way. For the Lord has said, no. For some reason, I don't know. It seems like that body be nice to touch. Look. Anyway, regardless. Okay. By the way. Oh, hello, tree. Nice of you to pop up. But yeah. I am suspicious of systems which be all like, hey, we want to control your entire life from birth to death. You know, which is kind of the whole religious thing is like, hey, we get to tell you what to do from birth to death, and you just do what we say, and then you're like, but is it good stuff, or you could tell me good stuff? And they're like, we'll see. We'll see if it's good stuff. You'll find out later whether or not it's good stuff. Oh, that's right. I need to plant this seed. Do not plant the seed of your body in unrighteous and ways in which the Lord has said, do not do that, because I said no. Anyway. Alright, I got me some dried kelp. Hooray. Now I just need some fishes and I make some sushis. Sushis. Anyway. Let's get this. Wait, what was that? I was gonna. Oh, right. I was gonna make some charred coal. Because obviously. It's better. Doop, 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 doop. Yay, charred coal. Now I can take these two charred coals and I can be like, hey, baby, you like torches? Ooh. Well, chain me to a rock and let a bird of prey eat my liver out every morning because I just invented fire. Yeah. Oh, nothing like a sexy Greek mythology reference. Oh, girl. Is that my own reflection in a pond, or am I just happy to see me? Looking good. Anyway, regardless. Boop-a-doo-doo, boop-a-doo-doo-doo. Boop, boop, boo-doo, boo-doo-doo-doo. Under the trees, especially. Boop ba doop boop. Boop boop boo doo doop. Yay! Making it nice, making it light, making it so mobs don't kill me in the night. I told you these songs aren't good. They just are songs. Is all their only quality. That's it. I promise that they will be songish, not very longish. And that's it. That's all you get. That's all the assurance you get. Oh, and I'm going to make the full transition to birchen timbers. You watch. You watch, friend. You're going to see birchen timbers all up in this piece. I could take them oaken saplings and turn them into fuel. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Hooah. Yeah, that's right. The one good song off of that album. You know it, I know it, we all know it. Ba ba doo boop boop ba doo 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 doo. Guardian shoots things in an annoying way. I hate guardian fishies. They are terrible and mean. And I never have enough milk. It's milk, right? Isn't it milk that protects you from their mining sickness? It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been anywhere near a water type temple. Wait, is it called a monument? Is it called a water monument? That seems familiar, like a thing I may have heard someone say. Anyway, this guy, not really knowing what Minecraft things are called. And, you know, playing Minecraft on the YouTube, like people who actually know what the frick they're doing. Yup. Because we've democratized content. And when you democratize content, then I also get to make content. Haha, in your face. Bet you didn't prepare for that when you were like, yeah, let's make it so anybody could do it. And then some smart guy was like, wait, anybody? And they're like, yeah, anybody. I mean, how bad could it be? Enter this guy. Yeah, bringing that. Yeah, it's too dark to see what the frick I'm doing over there. Too dark to see what the frick I'm doing. Hey, Apples, you're a friend. Okay, let's see. Which direction should I mine? I'm thinking, like, not in the direction of a temple of any sort. So I'm thinking I should mine this way. Oh, but frick, that's where my... or a monument. Sorry, I don't know my terminology. Anyway, let's see if we can get under my saplings. So if I start it right here and just go right like this. Hopefully, like, the thing that sucks about islands is that, you know, when you've got a regular freaking biome to work with, if you don't like the first mine that you come up with, you just bury it up and go a little bit away and then dig a new one. And then you won't run into whatever annoying features that you be running into. And, in an island, it's like, well, what you gonna do? You've only got one choice, and that's right here. Ooh, how close am I getting to my... Oh, not too close. Not too close at all, because after this, I should be purely underground. And I'm getting more cobbled type stone. Boop-a-doo, bip, 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 ba-doo, 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 bip, boop, boop, ba-doo, 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 ba-doo. Yep, Glenn Miller is just twirling in his grave, being like, what is this guy doing? And I'm like, hey, you're the one twirling in your grave. Why did you let him bury you when you're clearly still alive? Because twirling in your grave equals sign not completely dead, dingus. Like, why you're the one getting buried when you're not all the way dead. Stupid. Wait. Oh, yeah. Well, and I could have done it on the back wall right here. Yeah. So let that be a lesson to those of you who are getting buried when you're not even dead. Like, what even is that? Like, seems like what an emo girl would do. Haha. You're basically an emo girl in your face. Your big, stupid, dead guy face. Showed you what was what. Okay. I'm going to put some things in my chest so I can have room for waste items. Because, when I start getting mass amounts of cobblestone, I can use it as an underlayer for my dirts and my sands. And use it to build up the island. Won't that be nice? It will. It will be nice. Thank you for asking. Okay. I'm going to put my boat in here. I put this kelp in here. Keep my apples where they are. Charcoal, you stay with me. Cobblestone, you stay with me for now. Birch and timbers. Well, I'm going to need some timbers. I'm going to need, I've got oak planks. That's good. Saplings, you're going to get in there. Bones and arrows, you're going to get in there. Okay, seems good. Seems like a plan. Seems like a planet Stanit. Okay. Ran into actual coal. How's that for decent living? Yeah, nice coaly coal. This mine's already paying off. Already paying off. That's why the mine type part of the mine type craft is where it be at, though. It do be where it's at. Doo-doo. Doo-ding. Ba-doom. 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 Okay. There we go. Boo-ba-doo-boo. Boop, boop, boo-da-doo, boo-doo, boo. I don't have that much cobblestone yet, so I don't have a lot to fill with. Okay. We'll do some filling in, because we gots to. I'll fill in the rest of that side when I get the gumption to do it. Gall darn it. Can't make me do a thing when I don't want to. I mean, I guess I could just do these two and be like, boop, doop. Well, maybe I'll just fill them all in. Maybe I'll just do it. Okay, maybe I'll just do it then. You talked me into it, you monster. Yeah, at what point am I going to be no longer in danger of running into the ocean? I wonder. This is a good thing to wonder about. And I need to start thinking about torches. Here, torches. Brah. Yeah, use that charcoal first. Because The regular coal is valuable and new. And hopefully, eventually, I get to a point where I'll see coal in this game, in this save game, and be like, psh, I've already got a ton of that. I don't need coal. You know, that's when people be living large. Oh, I love the mining part of Minecraft. It really is my favorite part of the entire game. Ooh, and I got the sweet diorite. You know, that's going super duper. Doobity boo, scoodly doo. Yep, scoodly boobity doo. Anyway, yes, my scat singing is very much like, you know, that type of scat. The duty poopy kind. This is what I mean. Is making a dookie joke. A dookie poopy joke. Sorry for the, you know, the dookie poopy joke that I made. Just kidding. I'm not sorry. I think it's fine. I like poop jokes and butt jokes and fart jokes because I'm an intellectual. Thank you very much. I'm an intellectual. I have a master's degree. A master's degree in my usage of the English language. And I can tell you, as a person with a master's degree in the usage of the English language, that fart jokes are inherently funny. Actually, here is a fun fact. Feel free to share this at your next dinner party that you get thrown out of. Share it and then get thrown out as a result. The very oldest joke that we have record of, which means that, like, it was, like, pressed into clay tablets and whatnot, like, written in, cuneiform and whatnot. Anyway, the oldest joke that we have record of, which does come to us from ancient Mesopotamia, is this. Now prepare yourself. It's not a great joke, but it is a fart joke, and that's what matters. Is that humans have thought farts were funny forever. Okay? Here's the joke. Be prepared to be disappointed by its quality, but not by its content. Okay? Here we go. Let me hit F3 in preparation for how farty this joke is. It has been true since time immemorial that a young bride will fart on her husband's lap. That's the joke in its entirety. That, I know, it's not the most hilarious fart joke you ever heard, but doesn't the fact that, like, okay, that is a fart joke that is a few thousand years old, you know, that is, well, several thousand years old, as a matter of fact. But that is also a fart joke that, in the text of the fart joke is like, hey, we all know this one from way back. You know, it has been true since time immemorial. Like, that's what that means, is like, hey, we all know this old chestnut. Like, that a young bride farts on her husband's lap. I mean, come on, fart jokes. That's what we're doing here. I'll be here all forever because I'm pressing a dried reed into a clay tablet, and someday people will read this in the future and be like, oh, humanity, you're freaking too much sometimes. You know that? It's true. Humanity, you're too much sometimes. Do you know that? I don't know if you do, but somebody ought to tell you. I guess I'm telling you right now. Humanity, you too much sometimes. Well, I have like not really run into any water yet, so that's good. So quite happy with that outcome thus far. Just keep that going and we'll be iron like a lion in Zion. Which it would be nice to find some iron, because then I would really be iron like a lion in Zion. Because, you know, the iron lions in Zion are actually iron, and I want to be like one of those, you know. It's covered in iron. Where are we? 38. Okay, we getting down there. Oh my god, an eerie noise. Save me from the eerie noise. I don't need eerie noises in my life. I'm too young for eerie noises. Save me. Save me, Chaka Khan. Save me. Anyway, come on, Chaka Khan. Tell me something good. This is a good Chaka Khan song. That is, of course, with her time in the funk band Rufus. Remember Rufus? The band that Chaka Khan was in? Of course you remember Rufus. Because they're the ones that did Tell Me Something Good. And that's such a good, like, slow funk groove. Tell me something good. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Ugh, it's a good funk groove. Nothing like a good funk groove. Anyway, by the way, speaking of good funk grooves, so on Sunday, because I had nothing better to do with my life, just kidding. No, that's arguably depends on how you feel about what I'm about to tell you. No, on Sunday I ended up listening to like the classic era albums of Can, the krautrock band. You know them, you love them. You're like, oh my god, krautrock, and I'm like, right, krautrock for reals. Anyway, but for reals though, krautrock. But for reals though, like I'm not kidding, krautrock for reals. And seriously and truthfully. Because, yes, krautrock. No, I was listening to Can and, you know, of Tago Mago fame, you know, the band. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you don't know about krautrock, the highly experimental rock coming out of Germany in the late 1960s, early 1970s. Iron. Thank God I'm finally iron like a lion in Zion. Oh, thank you. Oh, good time for that to break, I guess. Anyway. So I was listening to Can, and I was just struck by the fact that, like, my God, their drummer, whose name I looked up and then couldn't remember because it's a difficult German name, is like a German name that's like, good luck if you're not German, is one of those. And so yeah, I do not remember what it is, and I'm sorry. But anyway, that dude, like, he was rolling up funk jams into these, like, crazy freaking experimental German polyrhythms and whatnot. And it's so cool. Like, it's so freaking cool. Like, I don't know what it would be like, because, like, okay, this is what I'm doing right now, is making this Minecraft video, And yeah, it is arguably not worth watching. And I am the one arguing that. 32? Are you freaking serious? I'm making no progress whatsoever. Anyway, but yeah, can you imagine like laying something down 50 years ago? No. The 60s was like, well, no, it's like the 70s was some of their best work, early 70s. So like, yeah, legit 50 years ago, um you lay down some grooves and whatnot, and it is so freaking happening that you listen to it today and you're like, nobody is doing this. Like, because I don't know if anybody can. Like, can. Pun intended. No, but for real though, like, I don't know who there is out there as a funk type drummer that can bring the complexity of can with also the like. I would love to hear a hip hop album comprised only of can samples, because I'm telling you, like, that is 100% possible, because there's some freaking grooves on there. For real. I'm telling you, the drum beats for cans at work, like, they just what's that song? There's a song in general, specifically. Wait, hold up, get the freak out of here. Come on, iTunes. Okay, here's what I. Give me just a second to pull it up on my iTunes. Okay. Can. There we go. Okay, I'm talking about uh the first track on. I don't know how to pronounce this album's name. It's the one with canned okra on the cover. You know the one. It's Eggy Bamiasi. I don't know how to. That's just, yeah. I'm doing my best, and it's not. It's not turning out well. Anyway, the first track off of there is so legit groovy. Your brain cannot even handle it. But it's not just groovy. It is like Can's other works. It is complicated. It like melts your brain in 7 different ways at the same time, and you're like, I don't know if I can handle this, Can. And they're like, you probably can't. Pun totally intended. Can't. Ha, we're German and we know what we're doing, and you barely understand it, but you're still grooving to it, which is pretty factually accurate. But can you imagine being that awesome and laying something down, and 50 years later people are still like, no, this is the real stuff right here. Like, this is what's happening. Because music nerds the world over. Wait, I still need to have my levels up. Music nerd, yeah. So, the track is called Pinch, by the way. If you want to look up Pinch by the band Can. Anyway, so like, they are so very highly regarded by music nerds. Uh, like, if you're the sort of, you know, basement dwelling / record store dwelling kind of music nerd that I have been throughout my life, then that is exactly the kind of jam that you go in for, and you're like, ooh, I like this. This sounds challenging. You get all excited about it, and you're like, oh my God, this drumming is going in 2 different directions at the same time. And it's just, yeah, it's a good time. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. So, yeah, it was good stuff. Oh, come on. So, yeah, I enjoy me some krautrock. That is factually accurate. You know, give me some Amandul 2. Give me some new. Give me some can. Just give me some krautrock and I will vibe to it so hard. Because it's got a great vibe. Like, it just does. Because it's funny because the unifying feature of the entire movement is that it was just experimental. They're like, yes, we've heard, these four chord song structures, and we are bored of them, and we don't like it. And so they're like, how about we just like invent the 1970s prog scene about a decade earlier than it happened in the UK and in America? Like, we're just gonna invent it. Like, we're just gonna have it. Oh, that's some, like, yeah, that I can't mind that right now. I can't pretend that I'm too excited to see it right now, because I will end up with more of it than I need by the time I'm really getting my mind underway. So we're just going to keep down. Now, oh my God. Oh, I thought that was redstone for a second, but it's copper. Everybody remain calm. I can mine it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't get that excited about copper because I don't know what the frick to do with it yet. So, maybe I will learn in time what the frick to do with copper, but I do not know currently. Yeah, that's one of the things, like, No Man's Sky is a little better at the hand-holdy aspect, is a little better at, like, okay, now you got this. You're going to want to go ahead and do that. Oh my God, my trees are growing. You're going to want to go ahead and do that. I think I'm going to mine down to 12. I know some people do Y11, some people do Y12. I mined at Y15 for the longest time. So, yeah. You feel about it however you want to feel. Oh, we're down in the deep slate. That's how you know it's working. And I didn't run into ocean at all, so that's good. I didn't think I would, but, I have before on a small island. Which is why I didn't do small islands for the longest time. I was like, well, this is early in my Minecraft playing days. I created a new world, and it was on an island, and I was like, well, let's see. Let's see if we can make this work. And, yeah. I hit ocean, and I'm like, well, screw this. This is not for me. Okay, this is 14, 13. We're going to do one more. And then we will consider that mine accomplished. Yay. But I mean, obviously, need to... Ugh. Come on, stone pickaxe. Why you do me like that? Ooh, creepy. All right. That's freaking lava already? Really? I mean, come on. I just got down here. I don't need lava yet. I guess whatever will be, will be. Que sera, que sera. Anyway. Don't need that anymore. Need this. Wait, not this. This. There we go. That's how that gets done. Okay. Just do another one right here and just be like, welp. I guess I started a mine. I started a mine that got the whole world laughing. Okay, well, that's not lava. I'm gonna do it out this way just to see. Just take a looky-loo and see if I'm going to be running into lava anytime soon. So I hear noises of, you know, lavas and whatnots and caves and suches. Well, I mean, we do have the cave update, so let's not pretend like that's not a thing. Anyway, well, people, I'm going to go back up here like a like a real doofus. Like a real doofenshmirtz. Yep. Okay. You need to get out of my way. Ooh, my birchen timbers done ha grown. Hooray! Birchen timbers. Okay. Y'all didn't spawn anything, did you? Nope. Nothing. Well, I didn't light them up, so I guess that's to be expected. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're swimming awfully close to me. Why are you coming out my way? Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're gonna close it right here. You know what? Wait, let me get a proper friggin' door on my house. That would be the proper way to do this. Let me just take one of them. Whoop. The other two can come over here and get put in the chestises. Oh my God, it's magnificent. Never have I seen such a glorious house. And over here, I'd be crafting this mine. Okay, I'm going to kill this tree right now because, you know, I can't even see my mine. That's not kosher. That's not good. Ooh, I've got a bunch of coal already. That makes me happy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I'm surviving. Pretty soon I'm going to be thriving. Oh, you just wait and see. This is going to turn out all right. Well, I'm going to head inside my home where I do not have a bed, very conspicuously. But maybe someday you'll see. Well, that is it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. And we will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.